Since 2018, the province of Nova Scotia has spent $2 billion in taxpayers' money on school capital projects, and the Auditor General says nearly half of that has been spent in the last year. But Kim Adair says the Department of Education isn't providing the level of transparency and evidence around their decisions.
Because of the lack of evidence, the lack of process, the lack of consideration of all these factors that I just indicated, there's room for subjectivity in the decision-making process and/or political influence. They should be evidence-based decisions.
In 2023, 4 new schools were announced for the Halifax region, but Adair says her team couldn't get clear answers from government on why these locations were selected over others. Adair wants taxpayers to see the rationale.
Better transparency, better accountability, justification for the decisions.
As the population grows, so too does student enrollment. It's up 13% province-wide, 24% in the Halifax area. That's 12,000 more students in the Halifax region than in 2016. To keep up, the province has spent $162 million on modulars and portables. That's homeroom for 6,000 students. And that's short-sighted, says NDP MLA and former Nova Scotia Teachers Union President Paul Wozni.
It's a necessary step in the interim, but what we need is a long-term planning process that makes sense to get schools built so we don't have to house our kids in stopgap buildings like modulars and portables.
We reached out to Education Minister Brennan Maguire with an interview request, but that was denied. In a statement, Maguire says the department accepts all recommendations from the Auditor General's report. Jesse Thomas, CTV News, Halifax.